Greeting interwebs, this is Check It Key, and welcome for another edition of Pokémon XG Next Gen. Last time in our adventures, we went into Pyrite Town and started snagging the Shadow Pokemon that were added into the post-game of Pokémon XG. There's 3 more battles awaiting us in the Battle Square, so how about we hop right into it? Alright, I've already decided I'm gonna save the big bulky guy for last. It'll make it easier for me to remember who I left off on. So, what do you got? We have 1 mythical Pokemon and a Parasect. Pretty much the whole spectrum of Power Curve. Unless this next trainer has like a Shadow Magikarp or Shadow Sunkern for the jokes and the memes or whatever. And you got a whole leading off with 2 flying types. They're probably both faster than me too, so it's probably not even worth trying to put one of them to sleep. You know, with 2 flying types though, that's the perfect opportunity to throw some rock slides around. There is that. Yeah, did I even finish my Pokemon Go story? I did mention that I got the shiny legendary, I got the shiny Ultra Beast, and it's my... I'll have to double check Pokemon Go later, but I'm pretty sure it's my 2nd shiny Ultra Beast ever. It's not one of those things I've shiny hunt for, so I guess that makes sense. Unfortunately, I can't really think of anything else of note from the walk, besides the fact that it was a nice walk. It's still a bit chilly, like, we're at the time around here where the weather just can't make up its mind of whether it's springtime or winter. I think we're past the time that we get any snow ever, but we have had days like this is an area where it can snow on April Fools, and yet you can still have a summer. I'm not complaining on you. Spring can take as long as it wants to get here, because I absolutely dread summer. It's never really, from what I can recall, it's never really as bad once it actually comes around, but I never look forward to the hot, drooling heat of it all. And it takes me a while to actually warm up to all the greenery of spring. You know, I'm gonna just Ice Shard you because this is a mod, and people seem to be real insistent in the Pokemon community that you are part dragon, even though you only really look like a dragon when you make it evolve. Even then, like, I would argue you don't look like a dragon even in your Mega form, but it's cool to have a dual type there because it's a Mega form. I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with the liberties people take with typings, if you haven't noticed. Like, there's sometimes I find it cool, other times that, like, I feel like you're sacrificing too much of the Pokemon's integrity just to give you a fancy type combination. Like, I recently was watching a stream of someone playing a Pokemon mod that had Mischievous, and they made it part fairy, which, sure. The Paradox Pokemon Fluttermane is Ghost Fairy. But that's not Mischievous. Mischievous and Mischievous are their own Pokemon. So I personally don't like giving it a part fairy type. It doesn't really feel like a magical fairy enough. Like, what are you going off of? The fact that the Mischievous has a witch hat? I don't know. I don't know. Wouldn't you associate witches more with the psychic type than the fairy type? Not that I would want it to really be a part fairy type either. Speaking of, screw you, you probably have Shadow Tag, so I can't switch. I'm just gonna YOLO it. And I'll just also realize that my Houndoom is probably too strong. Screw it. This will probably work just as well and not obliterate. Ow. Maybe I could warm up to a Mischievous being part fairy, but I don't like the concept of making Ultra Beast, or changing a Pokemon's type to match the Paradox form, just because his Paradox form has a type combination. Because those are not the same thing. Like, there is actual lore to Scarlet and Violet. Cool, oh cool, oh cool, oh cool. Let me put a pin on that to express my love and affection about the fact that you have a shadow equivalent of Perish Song when we can't even swap Pokemon. So not only do my Pokemon get to faint, but I have to chip you down and catch you in 3 turns. It's the best of all worlds, baby! Cool, I wonder how all those mic peaks are gonna turn up in editing. I don't even know if I want to waste time putting you to sleep. Just to test things. Yep, of course, call that a mile away. And I can't do anything with you because your special attack's too high. I guess you can throw Pokeballs or whatever? I'm still looking forward to having to do this fight all over again because there's surely no way I'm gonna catch this thing in 3 freaking turns when I can't even attack with one of my Pokemon because it's way too strong. 1, 2. I'll be fair. I had my hopes up for a minute. Also, I hate the fact it's Gen 4 because they just noticed it's a female Wobbuffet, so we can't enjoy the glory of Lipstick Wobbuffet. We're just 1 generation shy of being able to enjoy Lipstick Wobbuffet. Cool. Just thinking more about it. You're probably too strong as well. The freaking wood hammer, there's no way that doesn't just one-shot it, right? Drain Punch is gonna do diddly squat because it's resisted. I think I might actually try Heat Wave. It's boosted, but I don't think Woodhammer would be much better of an option. Here's hoping that just putting it to sleep will be enough in of itself. Okay, I can roll with that. Sure. So that's like 3 down, 2 more to go, I take it. Either way, I'm content. Let me go heal that poison off. Alright. 2 down, or 3 down, 2 to go. I said it already, but still. Knock on wood, but so far I've been able to get the Shadow Pokemon from each of these trainers. First attempt. See how long that lasts. Typhlosion, buddy! It's been forever since I've seen you, it feels. But also, this is yet another unfortunate setup for my Breloom lead. At least I have a decent counter. Yeah, I guess, wow, I just finally remembered the thing that I thought would make an entire recording session worth of commentary in of itself. Just how torn I've been with game development already. Wait, am I getting deja vu? Have I talked about this before? Let me just go for the motions. Yeah, I feel like I've been divided between 3 different I definitely talked about this not too long ago. Shoot. Oh cool, if you wanted to just attack me with a fire move, that's cool. To be fair, what are you doing? That wasn't even the Pokemon I swapped to. You just attacked me. A fire type. With a fire type move, when there was a perfectly good grass type out as well. where do I begin with the questions I have about you? One, thanks for giving me a boost for your friend. Thank goodness it didn't just randomly decide to make Ampharos part dragon just because its Mega was part dragon. At least developers this might understand that for that Pokemon, it doesn't get its dragon-like qualities until after it Mega evolves, and so it's not really a dragon while it's not Mega evolved. Oh, is that what it is? Like, Eruption's an AoE move, but I just wasn't noticing because it missed the first time around or something? Whatever the case may be, I got Fire Boost. It didn't show a second time, but hypothetically that means I got 2 Fire Boosts. You're definitely not the Shadow Pokemon, because I feel like I've seen you already. You're not the Shadow Pokemon, so who could it be? Really saving it for the end there. Might as well use Liquidation on you, because I can't use a fire move. Though, I might be feeling the heat of those special attack boosts. No. Oh, of course, you're part poison. Wait, game, are you okay? Wait, what sort of poison move even attacks an entire party anyways? I think this is the first time I've ever seen a poison type move affect all 3 party members at once. Also, why would I'm sure I know I have fairy type out in that, but I'm still baffled. Your partner is also a fairy type. Couldn't you like save it for literally any other partner Pokemon? Man, this game sometimes, it gives and it takes with everything. Alright, so this should be a nice cleanup with Rock Slide. I think I'll just go for a Heat Wave, just in case. Take care of any I was gonna say take care of any stragglers, but Gengar seems like it's well more than capable of taking care of the stragglers for me. Really, Gengar, don't you have any other move? Is it really worth the damage you're doing to your own team? Apparently so. You know what? I'm done with the story time, so I'm trying to actually keep the commentary going. The next Pokemon that's coming out is definitely a Shadow Pokemon, and 100% of my brain power is going to go towards that. Really? I feel like we've seen... I might be mixing it up with Solrock, but I feel like we've seen Shadow Lunatone already. This feels like the most unfitting place to have a Shadow Lunatone. Also, don't mind the random pop. The lid of my pop blew off, but it's okay. It's so soft plastic that it's essentially elastic. So no damage done, just a loud pop and a funny visual of carbonation doing its thing. I don't even want to catch this thing, but alas, I must. Wow, that was even more worthless than I thought it would be. At least Drain Punch will come in here and take care of the rest, I suppose. Alright, here goes something. I mean, I'm probably not even gonna... I'm probably just gonna cut this out because it's gonna break out of the Pokeball. I mean, I could be mistaken. I want to say I did it on purpose, but... I don't know, I really underestimated Lunatone. Like with things like frickin' Deoxys. I don't know why I was pronouncing it Deoxys. I guess I'm just tired. I was gonna say, do I even need a heal? Oh, I totally need to heal. BRB. Alright, last, and we'll see if he's least. We have Tommy. Bonjour, did you know my Pokemon and I matched Trace Bien? I don't think I could ever lose. Let me show you my style. I would say, of course, the French man was named Tommy. But I kinda get a feeling the accent was fake, so... you be the judge of how fitting of a name Tommy is. Though, I kinda have a hunch that the original name would have been better. Wait, we're already a Shadow Pokemon? Wigglytuff? I guess I made a mistake fighting the Deoxys trainer first. Man, I guess I could try putting you to sleep. What you got, Congenerate? I'm glad I outsped a Wigglytuff. If I'm outspeeding anything in this fight, it should be a Wigglytuff. But no, I kind of felt like I was... For some reason I felt I was doomed before I even started. I'm sure that doesn't help. But at least now my Drain Punches should be neutral and I can fight it off, but... Maybe I should have just gone into Talonflame. I was thinking about it, but... Couldn't even tell you what I was thinking. What else is even good against a grass water besides flying? I forgot about just how resilient of a type combination that is. Mostly because grass is one of the least resilient type combinations ever. Okay, I guess it's not resilient, it's just weird. Because, like, coming to me now, there's flying, there's poison, bug, pretty much all of the grass weaknesses. It's just that the only reason it feels that way, or the only reason it feels more resilient than it actually is probably because the grass typing covers a lot of the water weaknesses, like electric and grass. Oh yeah, I guess that would be it. Water is kind of just a type that doesn't have a lot of weaknesses to begin with. I'm gonna just see if I can catch this thing right away. Why was I thinking that the Lucy... I'm sorry, there's a pronunciation of Lucy... of this Pokemon. There's a pronunciation of it that comes up with text-to-speech. And I'm so tired that pronunciation is the only thing that comes to mind. And I can't remember the original pronunciation anymore. I don't even want to say the Microsoft Sam pronunciation. It's cursed. Almost as cursed as how I started the first battle in Pyrite with. Hopefully I just get out of the field before I ever have to worry about it again. And I mean, if we catch the Wigglytuff along the way too, then so be it. Just get out of here! You're the last battle of the night. After I beat you, I've had all the Shadow Pokemon in Pyrite. I can rest my voice and my brain, because clearly my brain needs more resting than anything else right about now. We're just so close to done that there's no point in stopping now. Oh. Wow, I swear, if the rest of this team is gonna be just water types. Not to count my chickens before they hatch. But we might have this in the bag. My only concern is that they're water types, so I have to assume that everyone has Ice Beam, because that's just something you do when you're a water type, carry around an Ice Beam. I know water and ice are kind of similar, because they're literally the same thing, just in different states of masses. What still catches me off guard sometimes of just how many water types have access to Ice Beam, and Ice Beam is such a good move, and such perfect coverage for a water type, that you'd be kind of dumb to not have Ice Beam on your water type. So you just gotta assume that it's a thing. Yeah, shoot, my phone went off. I'm uberly curious to see what that's about, but we're so close to done, I might as well just finish up this fight before checking, because, like, Who's texting at 9 in the evening? I have my suspicions, but that's for me to know and you to speculate, I guess, if you really are bored. Honestly, it would come out kind of weird if you're speculating on my personal life, but those were the words that came out of my mouth. After some time between recording and editing, yeah, don't speculate on what my text is about. In hindsight, that sounds really weird, and I wouldn't even be able to tell you the answer anyways because I don't remember the context of when I received it. Alright, so this should mark game, set, and match. It's kind of a shame we didn't get to see Blossom, blossom to its full potential. I was kind of curious to see where it was going with the quiver dancing and all that. Darn, placing too aggressively, if you say so, man. Feels like I was the one pushing the full offense. Guess that just happened from getting the Shadow Pokemon so early on. Oh. See you when I heal. Oh, I never even put the Lunatone away. Guess we can see what it's about real quick. Shadow Sky, Shadow Chill, Barrier Analysis. Yeah, this feels just, minus like Shadow Chill, this feels just like Snazzle's original Shadow Pokemon from original XD. Sorry for the weird Snazzle pronunciation. I'm definitely at the end of my rope with talking. Shadow Scream. Oh, of course, you have that too. I almost feel lucky that I put you to sleep right away. And that's it. I kind of want to just wrap this up, so I'll put them in the purification chamber later. Thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Pokemon XG Next Gen. We're going through these Shadow Pokemon pretty quick. I haven't counted how many Shadow Pokemon are left, but according to Era's email, all we got left to check out is GTM Port. I wish there was a way for me to check the spot monitor without spoiling myself, because it definitely feels like I missed something along the way, but I guess we'll go to GTM Port and check the NPCs, because on one hand it could just be referring to what happens when you catch all the other Shadow Pokemon. On the other, this mod's been sneaking Shadow Pokemon into every battleable NPC in the game. So there's probably some miscellaneous Shadow Pokemon we gotta get first. Yeah, there's a couple more I gotta stuff into the box. I don't think you need to take up space in the all-normal box anymore. Let's get to optimal efficiency to someone who needs it. And I guess I can take a look at this. Competitive! Drops, raise, special attack. Let's get Shadow Screen, Shadow Chant. What's the other one that I just put away? Oh yeah, did I ever look at the... I think I did look at this Latios. It was a swapping Pokemon, wasn't it? Shadow Soul, Madness, Hunter... No, I must be thinking of a different gimmick. Oh yeah, Deoxys. Not sure where... Wow. It's only been like 2 weeks, and I pretty much already forgot in my previous recording session, minus the fact that I did catch some Shadow Pokemon. And I almost want to mess around with this a little bit, but I'm not sure where I would throw Shadow Latios on the team even. But this was the thing I haven't put in a purification chamber yet. Either way, we're almost ready for another purification montage session. That was fast. A little disclaimer for those already aware of Pokemon XG while watching this. Yes, I did forget about one Shadow Pokemon in here. I totally forgot that there was one other trainer that you could actually fight, but it turns out that GTM Port, the last place we have yet to check for Shadow Pokemon, that only has one fightable trainer, so I think instead of trying to splice it into this video, I'm gonna save that fight for the next one. The me from the past will figure it out eventually, so I think it'd be better just to let it naturally happen. So thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Pokemon XG Next Gen, and next episode, we'll do some Shadow Pokemon cleanup. I say we get the last of the Shadow Pokemon in the entire game, but with all the recording that I've already done, I know better. I know the last Shadow Pokemon that we'll possibly face will need an entire video in and of itself. So stay tuned, and until the next time we meet, take care.